In this video, let's explore how to create an HTTP client in Go, which is also known as Golang. We'll learn how to make web requests using Go's standard library. It is very useful when you want to interact with web services, APIs, or any other HTTP-based system. To get started, you'll need to import the necessary packages from Go's standard library. First, we have the FMT package, which is used for formatted input and output. Then we have the net HTTP package, which provides the core HTTP client and server functionalities. And lastly, we have the IO package, which provides basic input and output primitives. These packages are essential for making HTTP requests and handling responses in Go. Let's start by creating a simple GET request. Here's an example of how to perform a basic GET request to retrieve data from a web server. First, the http.get function sends a GET request to the specified URL, in this case, https:/apiexample.com/data. If there is an error during the request, it logs the error and exits. The defer statement ensures that the response body is closed after the function completes to prevent resource leaks. The IO read-all function reads all the data from the response body. Finally, the response body is printed to the console as a string. Now, let's look at how to send a POST request with JSON data. Here's an example of how to send a POST request with a JSON payload to create a new user. First, the JSON data is defined as a string. Then, the HTTP POST function sends a POST request to the specified URL. In this case, https:/api.example.com/users, with the content type set to application/JSON, and the request body created from the JSON data using strings.newReader. The defer statement ensures that the response body is closed after the function completes. Here's how to create a custom request with headers. First, the HTTP new request function creates a new request with the specified method, URL, and body. In this case, a put request is created to update a user's information. Then, the rec.header.set method sets the content type and authorization headers for the request. Next, a HTTP client is created, and its do method sends the request and returns the response. Let's see how to create a delete request. The HTTP new request function creates a new request with the delete method and the specified URL. Then, the rec.header.set method sets the authorization header for the request. Next, a HTTP client is created, and its do method sends the request and returns the response. Finally, the status code of the response is printed to the console, which should be 204, indicating no content. Here's an example of how to handle response status codes. The code checks the status code of the response and prints a message accordingly. If the status code is http.statusOK, which is 200, it prints success. If the status code is http status not found, which is 404, it prints resource not found. Otherwise, it prints an error message with the status code. To set a timeout for an HTTP client, you can configure the timeout field of the HTTP client struct. In this example, a new HTTP client is created with a timeout of 10 seconds. If a request takes longer than 10 seconds, the client will return an error. Then, the client.get method sends a GET request to the specified URL. If there is an error during the request, it prints request timed out. Congratulations on mastering the HTTP client in Go. Now you know how to use request methods like GET, POST, PUT, and DELETE with proper headers and authentication. You can also handle responses, understand status codes, and manage errors. Furthermore, you are able to configure the client with timeouts, custom headers, and connection settings. Lastly, you are now aware of the best practices like resource cleanup, error handling, and proper JSON handling.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit CodeLucky.com for more such useful content.